Hello everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in to another Black Unicorn Red Pill production. Today we're going to be discussing why do feminists hate beauty? Or why are feminists just so darn ugly? Hey everyone, I want to say thank you for tuning in today to another Black Unicorn Red Pill production. So today we are going to be discussing why does feminism seem to hate beauty so much? What is it about feminism that seems to make pretty girls kind of ugly? Well, it's a very interesting point. One of the premises of modern day feminism is that women are oppressed by men in a multitude of ways. Some of those ways is by having these beauty standards that women have to work hard to uphold to in order to be attractive to men. Some of those beauty standards include keeping your weight under control, keeping your hair long, not wearing glasses, and if you do, keeping them thin and small, light frame, having your hair only a natural color, generally no visible tattoos or piercings, minimal makeup, just enough to be light to be seen, but nothing too wild, nothing too crazy as far as the nail color, having your skin covered but your figure and shape shown, wearing high heels, and smiling. These are some of those basic being a pretty woman kinds of things that we ladies do, hopefully just because you like to do it, you like to be happy, but also because men love to see that. And so that's kind of the promise of feminism here, is that when you become one, you no longer have to do all that. You are liberated with the mindset that men should just love you for who you are. That men should give the same amount of love, attention, sexual pleasure and gratification, money, that men should treat a woman who is essentially a 3 to them the same way they would treat a 9 or a 10. Now, that might sound nice, and it's one of those let's make life fair kind of things. It's a feel-good idea. And on its face, I can't really be that too against it, right? But there's two main problems with this. One, that's just not how men are. And two, well, if you're going to get the same treatment as a 3 than you would as a 10, what is the incentive for a woman to be a 10? Unless she just woke up in the morning as a 10. Why not? Why would any woman try? And then how would the world look? How would the world look if suddenly half of the population more or less stopped caring about their appearance? Now, so what does the feminist do, though? We talked about what a girl might do to be more attractive to men. So what does the feminist then do? Well, you've been watching on the screen, you'll see these are some pictures. I suppose thankfully these are almost exclusively European women, and so my actual care and concern for them in their lives is quite minimal. But it's an example. Perhaps it's a sign that this hasn't quite infected our people in the same way, or just that the signs are different among our own. But it is worth taking a note. For a lot of girls, that means cutting off her hair, shaving all or part of it. That means dyeing some of that hair outworldly colors. The bright reds, the blues, purples, the pinks, and adding tattoos, very visible tattoos, lots of piercings in the ears, the nose, I believe it's called a septum ring that plays between the nostrils. That means for a lot of gals, gaining a lot of weight, letting themselves go, not smiling, no longer shaving their body hairs, and not just not shaving it, but showing off that it's not shaven. Wearing pants and flat shoes, Doc Marten boots. These are common signs of feminism. No longer keeping one's hair perhaps blonde amongst the pale ones. We know that blonde is preferred. And maybe a lady was dyeing her hair blonde, lightening it from brown to blonde, and then she'll stop. Or conversely, no longer covering up her grays. These are the things that feminism seems to bring out. It's even been found among celebrities. Common thing for so many celebrities to do is cut off their hair, not just for a role, but for themselves. And again, put on a little weight, wear less makeup or more drastic makeup, and not smile. Now the real question here though is, why? Why is this the case? Why is it that feminism seems to want to make women less attractive? Now, this isn't to say that, of course, the features these young ladies has it all changed, but how they present themselves certainly has. And so a good question to ask is, why? Why is there this body shaming, fat shaming movement whose goal seems to be designed to get girls to just be fat? What is the value of this? Well, as we've discussed, right, a lot of what feminism is about making women more masculine and men more feminine. But even that has an ulterior motive. The ulterior motive here is to break apart and disrupt the natural mating cycles of humans. And so when women are not meeting the standards of men for marriage, for long-term relationship material, men will just hold out. Now they will give sex away freely, and with the deregulation of the sexual marketplace, sex is easy to get because women, partially again through feminism here, have been encouraged to be sexually free and promiscuous, because there is also this belief that a man should still marry and be with a woman despite how many sexual partners she has or she has had. And the fact of the reality is that on the whole, men, the kind of good men that we women want, are not going to play that game. Sisters, brothers want virgins, or as close to a virgin as you can be, with a darn good reason why you're not. That is a 1 to 2 to 3 person count. These are facts. The powers that be, we discussed mainstream feminism and the corporate oligarchy, they know this. They know that the average man who's literally just average, is still going to want his woman to be physically attractive in the eyes of men and have a low body count. But the thing is, as a woman, when you allow yourself to be presented in this way, proudly showing off your cellulite, very overweight for an extended period of time, frowning, scowling, tattoos, piercings everywhere, purple pink hair shaved on one side or all sides or shaved short, and etc. Men will only use you for sex. Men will not be seen with you. Good men will just not be seen with you out and about as their wife on average. And the powers that be know this. And so when they encourage women to both be sexually free and promiscuous, to be perfectly comfortable with being fat or overweight, and to dye their hair wild colors and have tattoos and piercings, as we see the job markets are becoming much more open to this, less social pressure against this. The reason is to make sure that there are fewer husbands and wives. So what do we do as Black unicorns? We stand out by being ourselves. Ladies, we keep our hair natural. We keep our skin clear and clean. We keep ourselves slim and trim as possible. We smile and we dress well. But we'll get into that in more details in future videos. Right now, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts about why it is that feminism and liberalist culture, the blue pill community, are trying to make us ladies so darn ugly. Are there other things you'd like me to talk about? Let me know in the comment section below. So thank you all for tuning in. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all again another day, another video. Peace.